What's going on, D-Gens? This is episode 10 of the Jpeg Journal, the official podcast of .jpegs. We are your hosts. This is Tony and Culture, and we live in Discord, so you don't have to. Let's hop right into it. So we are going to start with doing analytics today. We had a crazy surge in volume because of Yuga Labs.
Yep.
And that was pretty crazy. I mean,
it really threw off like the normal volume for the month.
Yeah, we're gonna pop up the chart for you. It looks a little kind of weird. May 1st was $476 million in transactions.
Yeah, now here we are leading into May. I mean, volume still looked good coming into May, and then I checked last night, and it was around 73 million, and I was like, oh god, that's a little low. And at the end of the day, officially 117 million. So not too bad. We've had some of these days in April for sure, and in fact even worse. Not sure if there's exactly a reason for it. Could be the economic state. We don't really know exactly what the reason is. We can speculate. But you just sometimes have these waves. Normally, when crypto bleeds, NFTs pump, and as you can see right now, it's not the case. It kind of seems like both are down.
Yeah, I think that what we're noticing is that, and we used to always say, oh, when crypto goes down, NFTs pump. I feel like now it's more when crypto's stable. NFTs
Exactly.
pumps. I mean?
I agree.
When there's stability and people know, hey, if I list this for 1 ETH, I'm getting 3,000.
Yeah.
Not I'm getting 2,200.
Yeah, because if it's dipping and stuff, if it keeps dipping, it's almost like everyone has to almost keep up with their listings. They don't want to get less money.
Yeah, exactly.
So, they list at, 0.1, it's the price of ETH is 2,700, then it goes down to 2,600. It's like, okay, well, I'm losing money there.
Yeah.
So,
and like I think it's weird because I feel like most of the NFT traders aren't liquidating ETH. I mean, I know we don't really liquidate ETH very often, but I mean, all power to them. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I just think that it's crazy how scared the NFT market gets when the crypto and other markets are not doing well. But
I think as we've seen before, when these markets bleed, traders are starting to get used to it, and not getting as panicked. But definitely. I think the crypto panic still exists there.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of different. Yeah, it's kind of different just because crypto is way more closer to stocks than NFTs are.
Yeah,
NFTs is kind of more closer to retail kind of thing. So I think that it's definitely a good thing that they want stability in the NFT market. They want stability in crypto because they need to know. But I just think it's weird how everything ties together. It's crazy. But the macro right now, the macro sentiment is not good in all markets.
So I mean, we've seen some of these days before, like I said, in April, and then it had bounced right back around April 15th or so. Some of these numbers. But as far as right now, I mean, May is looking okay. Like I said, you have one bad day. I mean, we'll see if it continues on. So far, today on the 7th, we have already 41 million in volume. So still some numbers catch up to par there with yesterday, but we'll see. We got a whole day ahead of us. It's currently 12, so we'll see how that goes.
Like everyone's screaming bear. I mean, we had 117 million yesterday. Granted, a lot of it was probably PXN, which we'll hop into right now, actually. So PXN dropped. They did a public Dutch auction, and it was a 2 ETH Dutch auction. I believe it sold out right away. And the floor wasn't doing that well. People weren't happy with the fees. I guess they have high fees, so it was 12.5% fees. Didn't like that. So the floor did start to plummet a little bit. It went below 2 ETH, but it hovered around 2 ETH for a while. But once the whitelist supply came onto the market, I mean, it was blouses after that.
Yeah.
It was over. We were skeptical. People were nervous because, like I said, the market, isn't really. It's pretty shaky right now. No one really knows what's going on, and I think it's crazy that they were able to pump. I mean, they're at 4 ETH now, and it's looking like they're ready for a rally.
I was kind of on the opposite side. I wasn't really surprised about it. You could tell PXN is a good collection. Yes, you could say that there's a lot of hype there, but it's also the team of NanoPass, a lot of the same devs, and they've definitely done a great job with that project. So, I mean, we'll see where this one goes as far as floor price. I think long term it could be definitely a blue chip. This art is insane.
Yeah,
and I love I love when pieces have the music aspect in the background as well.
Yes.
I think that's really cool. So we've seen lo-fi community.
Yep.
That recent project that dropped, and they have lo-fi songs in the background. This could be the meta, along with that animated art. walking and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like the music aspect, because people are like the lo-fi community. They were like, oh, it's cool, like if you have the NFT, and it's for like people that are in school and stuff. You're working on your homework. You just throw the music on. It's like soothing. It's nice to listen to. So it's kind of cool. I like the idea of it. I like the idea behind it. They also did a raffle for the Dutch auction. It was a first come first serve raffle to eliminate all gas wars. Excuse me. Which I thought was amazing. That was great, especially after seeing the Yuga Labs botch the entire drop.
Oh yeah.
Everyone was like, oh, how does the number one team in the game go into this and not even know that there's gonna be an issue with gas and stuff like that? And granted, they did refund everybody. That is new. That is new news. They did refund everybody. Everyone's got their money back for failed transactions. Everyone got their money back. So that'll recuperate some of the, what was it, 100 million, 150 million,
170
million dollars that were taken off the markets. That'll pump some of that money back in, which is nice. But I know Alex Becker is very bullish on PXN, and it was funny because he tweeted, he's like, oh, I think it has legs, and then it dipped like so bad, which is funny, but it ended up doing well. Once the whitelist supply came on, it went through the roof, and it was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of PXN too, did you see that there was a fake OpenSea collection?
I heard about it. I heard about it. Yeah, slightly.
So the minute that their launch happens, and then the secondary collection goes up on OpenSea, there was actually a fake collection, and it literally like hit OpenSea the minute that these started to go on secondary. Someone on Twitter named Payment Bypass 21 or DeSanta.eth, also known as Michelangelo, was in charge of the scam and managed to get 200 ETH out of the investors using this fake collection. Yep. And our good friend Serpent, not really our good friend, but a good guy in the space on Twitter, big shout out to him. He actually found and kind of put all the pieces together on this one, linking DeSanta to the scam. So he was previously known as a sneaker reseller trader.
Figures. There you go. Scammers or sneaker sellers. Weird.
So he actually had a website, and he was active on all socials under his personal account, actually. Yeah, like he on his website,
he might get caught.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get caught. So I'll tell that story in a second. But on his website, he had like all of his personal stuff, not like personal stuff, but he had all of his personal socials, and kind of a little bit of his background. I don't really know what the website is for because I had never gone on it beforehand, and now it's completely delisted. Like when you type in the domain name, whatever it was, we'll pop that up for you, the domain name. But when you click on it, it literally just shows like GoDaddy site. Like he's gone ghost on all of his socials.
Damn.
All Twitter, Instagram, the website, everything, all gone. So Sneaker Twitter actually chimed in a bit, and someone tweeted to have his full docs and that they will hand it over to the police if needed. And like I said, I mean, he's gone dark on all socials, and it's pretty bad. I mean, 200 ETH is a lot.
That's a lot of money.
I mean, like, I had this conversation on Twitter with someone, and it's like, is OpenSea responsible for this? It's like, yes. Like, why are there people that are able to just launch a fake collection like that?
Yeah, every time you look up a collection, it's like, every time you look it up, it's like...
It's gotten better, though. You've noticed
it's gotten better. It has gotten better.
Because, like, dude, when you used to type in on OpenSea, you could type in Bored Ape, and like there would be like 15 different Bored Ape.
Yeah, they have like one item and shit.
And that would happen with every project.
Yeah.
And now like you type in Bored Ape, and then like one comes up, and it's like the verified one.
Mm-hmm.
But still, with new projects that come to the marketplace, it's like I just don't know how they're allowing that to be listed.
Yeah.
I don't understand, because like people it's like people don't get confused. There's mass FOMO. People are like, oh, I got to buy right now, like before the floor goes crazy.
Yeah.
They go on OpenSea, they spend a bunch of ETH, and next thing you know, it's a fucking complete fake collection.
I know.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
It's guys, like, come on.
It's just like, I mean, it's technically market manipulation. It's just like insider trading. Like that's kind of like what's going on Looks Rare. Have you heard about what's going on Looks Rare with the token they're giving out? So they have a V2. So originally, like, you would just get a certain amount of Looks Rare tokens.
Yep.
And then every time you listed or every time you did this or whatever, and it was if you were within 1.5 times the amount of the floor price. If you were within 1.5 times the floor, and you had it listed, you got every 10 minutes you would get. That's what's on V2. It's every 10 minutes you get looks rare tokens, and it adds up throughout the day. So there's 200. They allocated 250,000 looks token for every single day to be given out to holders and sellers and buyers on their platform. And so, and they did this thing where they did a new multiplier now. So now it's like if you're within 1.1 times the floor price of a project and you have it listed, you get 10x the looks rare tokens.
So my guess is that they're running out of.
Looks rare? No,
Yeah.
well, I think that they can just make it however many more.
Well, I'm saying like per day, like not everyone's getting it.
Oh, no, this is the point. This is the thing is that depending on how much you do, and then like they add it all up, and then they divide it, and that 250,000 gets divvied upon. You get like a certain amount of points.
Okay.
Like every time you have it up, you get points, and then those points are allocated depending on how many points were accrued by all the users.
Okay.
And then the 250,000 is dispersed upon people. So what the problem is though is that you also get looks rare tokens when you buy, and you get looks rare tokens when you sell. So what people are doing is they're just buying and selling their own pieces all day long, and then they're fucking like they're getting
Just farming looks rare token.
Yeah. So then they're just
There's
farming
always a loophole somewhere in
yeah, so
Web3, huh?
they're just farming looks token, and the thing is that once it starts getting to like big money, like if it's like a project that's underneath like,
Yeah.
right? But like when it's like big money, like
Yeah.
you're making.
I mean, yeah, like if you have to think about if you had like 10, 20, all the way up to 100 ETH in your wallet, it's like you're not taking any loss besides like whatever royalties are.
Yeah, I heard that if you
transfer or sell to that other wallet,
exactly.
right?
I heard that if someone were to sell a Bored Ape at the floor price that it is right now on
Looks Rare,
because of the 0.5%, which 0.5% is not a lot, but it is a lot when you add it up, 0.5% less fees, and the looks rare token that you would get from selling on their platform, it's 1 to 2 ETH more money that you would get. It's not a lot, but
what are interest rates looking like on loans these days? I mean, want to take advantage of this?
Dude, but I'm just saying, like, I just think that's crazy. Like, obviously, you're going to pay fees like gas and stuff, so you got to cut the gas out. But people are raking, bro.
Yeah.
And then you can take that looks token and stake it on their platform and earn APY.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy. That's why
what is looks rare token at right now?
It's not a lot. It's cheap. It's
okay.
cheap. But that's why I think that that you could see something like that taking over OpenSea because they're for the people.
Yeah.
Not really a lot of platforms for the people. It's $1.41 right now. It's $1.41. It's been fluctuating a lot. It hit 210 earlier this month.
I mean, shit, if you're getting 10x on one listing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like a day, like
dude, it has all-time high like $7. So that was like during the huge initial pump when it airdropped the tokens to everybody. But I'm just saying.
Is this too soon?
What?
I was gonna say better than strong block. Am I right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's move on past that one. Speaking of scams, along with PXN, we had bought into What the Funks. So for those of you out there that have recently caught the trend this past week of mirror passes, which is literally another loophole of Web3.
This is fucked, yeah. But
so basically, first Mirror Pass launched, and what Mirror Pass was a Discord full of alpha, of course. And it basically mirrored all of the large alpha groups, big-time alpha groups. You have things like Boki, Azuki, Anonymice, Cool Cats, Habibis, Kaiju, Moonbirds, Champs, all the alpha in the space that you can get, which, you pay a big premium for trying to get into that. So What the Funks was basically a mirror of Mirror Pass. Was super cheap, minted out pretty fast. Shout out to Henza for putting us on.
Yep.
So it has access to all those same things. Literally mirrors exactly Mirror Pass, one for one. And they were also supposedly supposed to buy a Proof Collective Pass.
Yeah.
I'm calling cap on that one, but
cap, yeah.
I guess we'll never know because they ended up getting hacked, of course. The hacker took over their Discord and managed to scam over 300K worth of assets. Not the biggest scam, but it definitely speaks for something. Always sucks to see people lose money. They managed to pull off like 4 other side plots with codas, hundreds of regulars, CloneX, and definitely much more. I didn't really, dive into where this person kind of tornadoed all of their NFTs. It was
They were looking into it though. They were like in
yeah.
voice, like following his whole shit.
It was pretty
so.
cool to see the community come together in the voice chat.
Mhm.
Happened to hop in there. So basically, what happened is I think they had clicked basically like always. Human error is when most of these scams happen, and they had clicked a wrong bot or something. That person was able to kind of get in through that, you know, basically fake collab land or Dino or one of those Discord
Yeah.
bots. And it was pretty fucked up. I mean, they were hosting a stage, and I'm like, why are they hosting a stage right now? Like, what is this about? It's kind of unannounced. And I just joined, and these guys, like, I've never heard sketchier people in my life. Like, you just tell these guys were so sketchy. Like, they're like, yeah, guys, we're minting right now. Go click the link.
Yeah.
You know, this project's going to be really cool. I know it was unannounced. And
Yeah,
then
but it's
some.
like they were just like minting more of the what the funks. So like in order to get into the mirror DAO, it's called. In order to get into it, you had to have one of their NFTs, and they were like, "Oh, we're just minting more." Like
Yeah,
buy
well,
now. It's like,
no, it wasn't. I don't think it was more funks. It was like more of like another project. You know, that had to do with
Yeah.
what the funks. It was
Yeah.
like they were saying like if you minted, you got like a one of one piece, like physical piece or some shit like that. Like it was just the sketchiest thing ever. Like I saw right through it.
yeah.
You know, unfortunately, a lot of people out there didn't. No hate to you guys. You know, it's definitely super easy to fall for these. You know, you
Oh,
click
yeah.
one button and the next thing you know, like all of your assets are gone.
Boom.
So like I said, this was by no means the biggest scam. It's always sad to see people lose money, and like I said, these hackers even hosted a stage, and you know they had one guy come up there, and the guy came up, and he basically, it was pretty funny to hear from the outside, but he basically came up acting as if he was a believer in the project, and
Smart.
he saw right through it too because I joined late, so I think what was happening is people were coming up and saying, like, you stole my assets, you're a fucking scammer. But of course, the scammers, like, want to scam more people. So he came up as in, like, yeah, I just had a question about this project. Because it was almost like they were doing a fucking AMA. Like,
Yeah.
they were, like, fake hosting an AMA.
That's crazy.
And then
dude.
he goes, yeah, I was having issues minting earlier. You know, I really like this project, though. And he just
You're
goes,
smart, dude.
and I just wanted to let you guys know that this project's a fucking scam. And then he just gets disconnected as soon as he said that it's a fucking scam. And they kick him off stage, and all the hackers are like, yeah, guys. So next question.
Damn,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, it was crazy. It was crazy. So they sounded super sketchy. They managed to pull off a ton of assets. I felt really bad. Couple of really cool guys in there
Sensitive ones.
that just got completely like cleaned. Like a guy had a rare Clone X, and he got it completely stolen. Really nice looking one. But what was cool, like I said, is it's to see that community come together because one of the guys in chat, which I thought he was capping.
too.
Yeah, I really thought he was capping,
Yeah.
but he said that he had a friend at OpenSea to look into the like security issues and fraudulent stuff. So I'm like, yeah, okay, buddy.
Sure, yeah.
So then all of a sudden the guy comes in and they opened a channel for posting the OpenSea ticket numbers. And actually, an acquaintance of us had gotten scammed. He put his ticket number in, and OpenSea actually contacted him and said that there was nothing they can do. Unfortunately, I think this was the case with a lot of the other pieces, but it was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, but they froze the asset on OpenSea though.
They froze that wallet. Yeah.
Yeah, so like they froze the wallet or the asset.
No, they froze the wallet.
Oh, okay. So the
But-
wallet can't do anything. Well, he just make a new wallet. But
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. I don't think they can technically like freeze the asset.
I, thought,
because,
no, I know, but I thought they froze the asset on OpenSea. Like that asset couldn't get sold or bought on OpenSea anymore.
yeah, I
So they
mean,
did that.
I didn't really look into it enough to
Yeah.
tell about that, but I know that they did report the wallet and
Yeah.
completely freeze that. So I mean, we'll see what
I-
happens. But like, I don't understand really how they're gonna get these pieces back. Like,
No, never.
I don't know.
My thing is, and we had spoke about this before, if you have a piece that's over 2 ETH, 3 ETH,
Not even. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd say anywhere from 0.5 up, man. Like,
yeah,
you really want to lose over $1,000, like just because it's in your hot wallet, like just
don't-
buy a ledger,
don't
or
keep it in a hot
or
wallet.
just use a wallet where you transfer all your good assets to, and just make it your vault wallet.
yeah.
And not only that, but I mean, people just have to really look at what they're clicking on. If it seems too good to be true,
Especially connecting. Once you connect, you can click on whatever. Connecting,
yeah.
that's where you're really gonna run into a lot of issues. Once
Yeah.
once you connect your wallet, there's no going back.
You really got to like question everything that you click on because it's so easy for, you to not realize the Discord's hacked. You're like, you know, oh, this is whatever the project may have been, you know, VFriends, something like that. I mean, it's really possible. Like OpenSea's Discord got hacked.
I know. I
The
saw that.
OpenSea's official Discord got
I
hacked.
saw that. I know.
That's like, I don't know, man.
Anyone can get hacked.
I mean, it really comes down to the individual to kind of brush up on their.
Well, one thing that we also said that we didn't mention was, I feel like the whole mirror thing is somewhat new. They've been around since like January, but I guess the mirror pass popped off like recently, and then this one, what the funks, popped off somewhat recently as well. And the blue chip NFT communities know that they're being mirrored now. So they started like talking shit in there, like, "Oh, fuck you, mirrors," and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, in
it was
their
pretty
chats.
funny.
And it was funny, but it's like, now that they know that, these are the biggest, richest people in the space. They have to know some hacker that you're putting a target on your head by doing this mirror thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're putting a target on your head. You're waiting for somebody just to hack you. It's gonna happen.
Funny because we speculated that like when it happened. I was like, dude, I wonder if this is like some like crazy like attack from one of these big groups, because I mean you would go in on every chat, and it's not only the alphas, it's also the chats, like
chats
one for one. I mean, like someone types in a message, you know, it's 12:21, like that message comes through at 12:21 for you as well in that chat.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that goes for the anonymized chat, the Basie chat, the Habibi's chat, all the above. So you can really see what everyone's saying, and all of them were like hating on mirrors hard, which I understand. You know, it's like, is it? I mean, I guess is it free game? Yeah, but it's like, you know, you kind of paid the premium, or you were early in the space enough to get into those projects where the alpha should be, you know, exclusive. I believe. You know, is it like kind of gatekeeping from all the NFT community in a sense? Yeah, but that's just the name of the game.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so
it's dog eat dog world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
If you can get all those chats for 0.2, buy it. You know
I
mean,
we got it for 0.02.
Yeah.
That's why those mirror chats are really crazy. So I don't know. We'll see where those
got
goes.
Approved Collective.
Yeah, it would have been crazy.
That would have been over.
I don't think they. I think
that would have been.
I'm calling cap on
that. Would have been crazy though. So they stole a bunch of regulars. Regulars hit 0.5 like the next day, which was terrible to see for people that we know that lost some regulars. But you know, regulars hit that 0.5 threshold, and you know, I'm really looking for them to smash through 1 ETH, but they did take a little bit of a pullback, and I think that honestly it is because of the market right now. Not a good time to be in, you know, not a good time to be hoping for things to pump is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things are down right now.
I mean, it seems like though they just keep bouncing back. I mean, like
it's back and forth.
It was like it pumped to 0.5, then it got, you know, paper handed down to. This was like the biggest retrace I've seen on regulars since probably the start. Maybe the first initial pump might have had a bigger retrace, but honestly, I mean, this retrace from 0.5 all the way down to like 0.28.
Yeah.
And now I think the floor is sitting around 0.3, almost 0.4 again. So I mean, it just keeps coming back, just keeps bouncing back, which is good. We love to see that. But there's support around those levels. It was It was like originally there was support at 0.2, and then it had a pump to 0.3, 0.4. Comes back down, and now it seems like support is around 0.3.
Yeah.
So I think we'll definitely be able to smash through that 1 ETH threshold eventually. It's good to see that our supporting whales are still on their game. Tappy SF, CryptoPunk holder, big regular whale. He is still bullish, and he just won't stop tweeting. You know, he tweets some funny things, and he swept quite a few good regulars, like some rare traits.
Yeah.
And
he has some big sales too, like 10 ETH, 12 ETH.
Yeah.
On some of the devils, which are like the rarer ones.
And it seems like he's bringing his OG punk friends along. I don't know if you happen to see, but Anonymous 2311, a punk holder.
Yep.
Got involved and currently holds 61 regulars. He's tweeting about him. He keeps scooping them up. It's funny. I took a look at his wallet to kind of check which regulars he likes, and it seems like he leans more towards the green hair. Like he has a lot of green hair traits.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like everyone has kind of like their thing with these.
Everyone has their thing.
Yeah, it's like some people like the McDonald's workers, some people like the Wendy's.
Yep.
Some people like the aliens, the devils. So it looks like his is the green is a green hair trait. We'll pop some of these up from his wallet for you guys. But yeah, I mean, we're still super bullish on regulars. I'm really just waiting for that airdrop to see if not airdrop, excuse me, the regular jobs mint.
Yeah, regular jobs. Yep.
Waiting to see what they do with that. I hope they can pull it off. A lot of
I
these.
hope they pull off something good. I mean, because like nothing's more bullish than seeing a lot of big money in there.
Yeah.
And a lot of old money in there. But if they can pull off this regular jobs mint and it does well, that's just gonna skyrocket everything.
For sure, yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I think that as long as the devs do their jobs, it's definitely a good idea to pick one of these up.
Yeah, the devs are clearly very dedicated. If they were able to hold,
this is what we talked about before.
They didn't cut supply. They didn't do anything. They said, "Fuck it, let's let the mint roll." And now look at it. 6 months later.
Yeah.
In November, it started minting. 6 months.
Yeah, I mean,
later,
they really believe in what they're doing if they were able to hold on for that long. We had on the founders of Rugburn last episode and talked to them. Obviously everyone knows how hard it is to launch a project, but when you're not in the spotlight in the space and you're not like, man, I'm going to mint out, and you don't know that for sure. Yeah, you have, a few thousand followers, but comes to mint day and you don't really mint out. It's hard to really see it through from there.
It is.
And I'm happy that the founders of regulars did, because these seem to catch on, and hopefully they can do their thing now and really keep going with the dream they had in mind with the regulars project.
Yeah, with that second project, I really hope that it does well, the regular job. Speaking of second projects, Azuki's second project seems to be doing very well. The Azuki beans finally revealed, and they are cute.
They are
cute. I want to grab one of these puppies and throw them in my pocket. They're fucking those things are cute. I love the traits. The traits are so cool.
Yeah. So the beans finally revealed from the dirt in the garden. And dude, I mean, does the Azuki team, did they ever miss?
They don't. They really don't miss. Whoever their artist is, he's very good.
He's on point.
He's
on point.
Good.
Dude, these traits.
They were able to turn beans. Jelly beans.
They're so funny, they're low key so funny. It's like a meme almost.
It really is.
So cute.
And the spirits are dope. Like the Azuki spirits are beautiful. Obviously, we know that. The spirit beans are hilarious.
So fire.
These umbrellas.
These traits are a hit, dude. I mean, they got little ledgers. Did you see the bean on a little Azuki ledger? Dude, like, come on.
They're so cool.
Tech decks, styluses, little hoodies, weights. Like they're just
they're
great.
Great.
They're really great.
Yeah, I see them as a really good long-term hold. I mean, people we've talked to like them long-term. Scooping some of these up wouldn't be bad. They are expensive, they're 3 ETH, but I mean, they pumped to like 6 ETH, 5, 6 ETH, but when they were
dirt.
Yeah, they were just boxes of dirt. And now they're looking really good, and they did the price did drop a little bit after they revealed, but I mean, a lot of people got like the golden ones. People got the spirits. I mean, the people made money, and they look great too. They look
so
great.
Funny. Like I just think about like taking a step back from the NFT space sometimes, and you just think like telling your parents about it.
Yeah, it's a jelly.
Like, hey, man, I had these boxes of dirt virtually, and they were worth 10K, and now they turn into beans, and now I have like 6K.
Yeah,
it's like
not good. Not good. But I mean, this is definitely their Mutant Ape Yacht Club, for sure. Like this is Azuki's version of the Mutant Ape Yacht Club, 20K collection. I could see them doing another airdrop in the next few months.
Dude, what if they do something? This might be some alpha right here.
What?
This might be some alpha.
Here we go.
What if they do something like where Bored Ape did with Mutant Apes, where they gave a serum to your Bored Ape? What if they do like they give the beans like water or something for them to grow, and like they evolve into like something else?
Yeah, that would be
their next project. I mean, we'll see. Cool. We'll see.
Well, because I mean, so Bored Ape had Bored Ape, then the serums created the mutants, then they had Kennel Club.
Yep, those were airdrops.
That was airdropped to only. There's only 10K of those, right? Those are only airdropped to Bored Ape holders. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think each project is 10K.
Yeah. No, not Mutant Ape though. Mutant Ape's like almost 20.
Yeah.
Because
the serum. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But I think that Azuki's obviously doing a great job, and that's what it boils down to. Is just the devs. It boils down to the devs. If you can believe in the team and you believe in the devs, the project has the sky's the limit. You know what I mean?
And I mean, I like these a lot, and they seem to even have their own utility and roadmap. I don't know if you saw, but looks like the team quotes, "They make for a great sidekick to an Azuki, although some like to kick it alone. They're earnestly driven by the desire to help. However, certain beings feel a calling to pave their own path. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Seems like they're going to have their own roadmap, their own thing going on. Obviously, not separate from the whole Azuki umbrella of that team. Obviously, going to be the same team and everything working there. But it seems like they're going to have their own utility, I guess you could say. So
Yeah, another blue chip making moves is Doodles.
yeah,
They're going to be having an airdrop on the 12th, so it's going to be Thursday.
it's crazy. I mean, they were teasing a big announcement. I really didn't expect this.
Yeah.
So it seems like they're going to have a new CEO on board, right?
Yeah. The new CEO is Billboard's president, which I think is crazy just because Doodle's whole thing is, they're trying to get into all the industries. They're trying to get into, the fashion industry, music industry. And to hire Billboard's president, I mean, think about the connections he's got.
Oh yeah.
Think about the people he knows. You know what I'm saying? That he's going to be able to make Doodles into something crazy. And I think this is really good because Doodles, out of all the blue chips, besides CyberKongz, Doodles was kind of down bad for a little while. I mean, there wasn't a lot of volume. Wasn't in the top 15.
No, dude, CyberKongz is down bad.
CyberKongz is definitely down bad.
I heard I read like a thread on Twitter about some crazy stuff going on about CyberKongz.
It's not profitable to hold the Genesis.
Yeah, and I think those are going to be one of those ones where Gary Vee's like, talks about these blue chips that you think are going to go forever and just goes to zero. Like I remember like first coming in the NFT space, it's like you looked at like, the top collections and it was like Bored Ape, Mutant Ape, Doodles, Cool Cats, and then of course like CyberKongz is always there. And like I remember watching videos like when I first got in like of all these people, on YouTube talking about how they own the CyberKong and it gets a 10 banana a day and they're raking.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, if you minted one, but there were guys, dude. I mean, thinking about guys that, I don't want to get too deep into this, but that bought at floor, thinking that they were going to get an ROI on their investment within a certain amount of time.
They're not anymore.
And now it's like, who knows if that even happened? Because, I mean, Banana went from like, I think it went up to like $150 all time high, and then it was resting around like $20 for a while. And now it's probably even worse because
not a good look.
It's not profitable anymore.
Yeah, but Julian Holguin, he's going to be the new Doodles CEO. And it's funny because Cool Cats also got a new CEO recently too. It was a couple weeks ago. I mean, it's just.
You think these founders and devs are just tired? Like, you think they just want to move on?
I wonder what it is. I mean, like, it's weird for an NFT project to hire a new CEO to me. To me, that's weird. But
I mean, it's kind of two different ball games if you think about it, though. Like, there's like blue chip projects, right? And then there's like projects that are, maybe you could call them blue chips, but they really want to become like a global brand, and that
they do,
and that really like requires like
connections,
big guys and connections.
That's true.
Like, you got to be able to know how to run a business before you're just a founder of an NFT project. And it's kind of the same thing. There's definitely similar concepts there.
You can't be a Joe Schmo and take it global.
Yeah,
you got to bring a big name in. Whether it's a big name as an advisor, like we've seen Zeneca be advisors on many projects, or whether it's bringing people in just to be on the team. But I just think it's crazy to bring somebody in and that you're the CEO.
Yeah,
like we're handing you the keys. That's wild to me. And I hope it does well for them. I mean, because they were, like I said, they were like around 14, 15, 16 for a while, and now they pumped like 25, and they're going crazy. And I do hope good things for them. And like there was those bear cans, remember those, the paint cans? They had the doodles on it. There was like Bear, the brand, and they had the doodles on them. I don't know if it was an official like thing or anything. I think it was like a fan art thing, but like that's the kind of shit that they could just do. Like Doodles is such an easy brand to push because it's like very easy on the eyes. It's cool. It's trendy. I can see that in the.
I mean, it'd be very easy to like make like with their style art like hoodies that you see like in H&M and stuff, like just regular pastel colored hoodies, like things like that, with their logos on it. They'll definitely be able to get it done.
Yeah. I'm wondering what the airdrop's going to be. I'm excited.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's funny because everyone was kind of hating on Doodles.
Yeah.
Back a little while ago and was like, and they were like comparing it. It's like Yuga team gives serums worth like this much.
Yeah.
If you were to use that, you got the Mutant Ape gets airdropped, the Bored Ape Kennel Club gets airdropped, Ape Token gets airdropped, Other Deed.
Yeah.
And then it's like Doodles gives their community spaceships.
Have you seen? Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly though, like despite all the hate, like I don't know, man. Like their whole thing is like their whole thing is just vibe. Like they don't really have like a
I
community
guess,
behind
yeah.
it. But I mean, I don't know. I really do like their art. I don't see it flopping. Like their
Yeah.
art is just so tasteful, like and just so
It is.
like
But
colorful.
yeah, there was some beef recently on Twitter. The Azuki community and the Doodles community were kind of like talking shit back and forth.
Yeah.
And it's like, to me, I like Doodles was obviously before Azuki. It was like a little bit before Azuki, but it's like Doodles did so well, and then Azuki came in and just shit on fucking everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like
Within literally like
months.
months of them coming out. It's like
Yeah.
how long's Doodles been around? It's like a year or
no,
so.
No, I know. It's been around a little bit longer than Azuki. It's not much longer than Azuki. My point is like same thing with airdrops. Doodles gives you fucking spaceships that no one gives a shit about. Azuki, what did they give you? They gave every holder 2 beans that could have sold for 6 ETH a piece.
Yeah.
Come on, you know?
Crazy.
They're trying to be like Bored Ape, which obviously every project is. Not every project is, but that's the goal. Is you want to be like Bored Ape, 100 ETH floor, blue chip, best project. Every project wants to be like that. But Azuki is working towards that. Really, Doodles. Maybe they'll prove me wrong with this airdrop. But if I had to choose. If I was hopping in on the beef and I had to choose, I'm riding with Azuki's.
I mean, yeah, definitely. You just gotta think in like I mean, yes, we're in NFTs, right? So everyone wants that's the thing that's like that Gary Vee has talked about before. And I don't always mean to bring him up, but his concepts are always so good. Like he talks about like everyone looks for like a financial gain in their NFT project.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been so accustomed to that coming into it. All these videos you see, all these things on Twitter, all these people making tons of money. Everyone wants to hop on the train and make tons of money together, But sometimes, I mean, like, look at just pieces of art, like, in real life, like physical stuff that doesn't have any, like, utility per se.
Yeah.
And I know we're not talking about the same game, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little different, yeah.
But I think there's going to be some of these projects where they don't necessarily need per se like a utility, like going into the metaverse, like something like if they're to build like a global brand and get it into stores and stuff, like they're going to be very sought after no matter what.
Yeah, but that's what every project says. Oh, we're gonna do merch and we're gonna do pop-up stores and all the proceeds are gonna go to the holders. It's like, how do you trust these motherfuckers to make a thing? You don't even tell me your first name.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
mean
saying?
the other thing too is like, with that being said, the argument is like, well, how are you going to stay relevant? It's like if they're just for the art and like kind of just vibing in their Discord.
And Azuki's for the art. Azuki's just art.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess it's the same thing.
I mean, and I know Bored Ape has different like with the Ape coin and stuff like that. They have different utility, but like I just think that Azuki is just miles ahead of Doodles, and they came out somewhere around the same time. And I hope Doodles does something different.
Yeah. Did you speaking of new marketplaces, did you happen to get on Coinbase NFT?
No, I actually did. I did claim my name.
Okay.
Tony Two Eyes. I claimed
It's
it.
so funny. I saw this tweet and it was like everyone Coinbase NFT comes out, no one's face, just goes and claims their username and then just X's out of the site.
Yeah, I
It's
literally
like
did
it's pretty
that.
true. Like I've just heard from most people that they just claim their username,
Called it.
and just hopped off. And I think that could be for a few reasons. I mean, like we talked about before, it's like all through our past podcast, we've always been talking about when's Coinbase NFT coming, when's Coinbase NFT coming. It's like they almost missed the wave,
They dropped
like
the ball.
there was a period of time where they could have capitalized so hard on everyone hating on OpenSea and really been huge. And I get, like, you got to think. Like, there's probably a shit ton of development behind something like that, which we have no idea about. But I can imagine. But it's like, you got the number one of the biggest, not the number one. Binance isn't the number one. One of the biggest crypto exchanges. You've gone through this before. They have tons of employees.
Yep.
Like, get the show on the road, do what you got to do, and get it done, and be able to do it in time where you can really, because that's what makes the world go round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is competition.
Yeah, it
Like
does. No, it
one's
does.
competitor isn't better than the other.
Yep.
People go to the other one. And I really think they could have capitalized at one point, but it seems like everyone's not really
January
happy
was
with
the
it.
bull run of all bull runs.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're releasing it by the end of the year. Perfect.
Yeah.
Then they don't. They missed They missed the whole thing. March
And
wasn't.
it's not only because of that though too. I did a little bit digging. It's like you got to also know, like, people need those tools on the site. Like, not tools as far as like sniping, rarity checkers.
Activity, you're saying?
Yeah, like activity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, it is their site is bare, and I get
Very
it's
bare.
still in beta, but it's like people need those. You know, people need to see the volume, the trends, to be able to be confident in their investment. Like, why should they go on a site where they can't even see? I mean, yes, you can see the top collections, you can see recent sales, but like other than that, I mean, the site is very, very bare.
Very bare.
So,
Very bare.
you know, and to prove that, we have some facts. So, less than 1,300 users on the platform.
Yeah.
That is horrendous.
That's so bad.
That is horrendous, bro.
So bad. And they're open to the public. 3 days
It's
ago.
Crazy. So, I mean, personally, I hopped on there. Gonna have a thread coming out why I'm bullish on some of these names. Who knows if it'll work out, but I think there's no risk in going to claim some names, including your alias. I claimed 172 usernames.
Yeah, a lot of time on his hands.
I claimed 172 usernames. I was into usernames in my past, so, you know, I just took advantage of it. Who knows where it'll go? It's always easy. You know, I mean, think of the people that were the early adopters to ENS. These guys that are claiming 3, 4-character ENS names.
The goods.
Like
5 characters almost out.
Yeah.
5
Almost out of
characters
stock.
almost out of stock.
Crazy. So, I mean, you know, I definitely think it's good back. Go grab your name at least. Maybe try and grab some other stuff. And, you know, we'll see where that goes. I hope, you know, in the future, I think it's only a matter of time before we find something different than OpenSea. Like we've talked about before, OpenSea has been, there's been claims of insider trading, bugs, crashes all the time. So I think
The
it's
devs
only
not giving a shit about their users. You know, they've never
with the fake collections like we just talked about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see where that goes.
Yeah. But one thing I hope that does launch us into Bowl, and I know we're bullish on it because that's our boy,
I already know it's coming.
is Boki, dude.
Yeah,
Boki. Boki's coming out on Thursday.
Boki is gonna
512.
fuck. Boki's gonna fuck.
0.1 mint price. They got collabs with Alien Friends, Sappy Seals, Kaiju, Squishyverse. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to, you know, hype it up because, like, you know, Otter's our guy, but I really, really do think it's gonna do well.
Yeah, I love the lore that he has going around it.
Yep.
It reminds me of something like almost like a Doodles or something like that. Like the art is great. And I'm really like we talk about, like we just said in this podcast, it's really about being bullish on the founders.
Yep.
And we're definitely bullish on Otter as a founder.
Yeah.
I mean, he's personally told us his story. Shout out to Otter. And he really came up out the mud. He made some great decisions in trading. You know, and we're really bullish on him as a founder. I think he can take this to a whole new level. So it really seems like he's doing something different. Like it's unique what he's doing as far as the art and the lore. Like I feel like no one's really had a similar kind of thing that he's going for. I don't feel like it's a copycat. I feel like it's very organic what he's doing. I don't see like big hype trains like pushing it. The engagement's really good, and it seems like everyone there in the community, like when you hop in there, is really loving what's going on. So
yeah.
I can't wait for him.
He's a huge Azuki holder. Yeah, he's got a lot of Azukis. You know, he had a lot of conviction over Azuki. He actually had a skull doodle.
Yep.
Flipped it.
Skelly.
Skelly, sorry, excuse me. Flipped it, went all in on Azuki, and I mean, clearly it paid off, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I think he got like 20-something beans.
Yeah.
I mean,
something like that, yeah.
He made his money's worth, and he's going to make his money's worth in Boki because I do see it selling out, and I mean, I have no prediction for the floor price, but I do think that it's going to do very well, especially long term.
Yeah, so shout out to Otter. Can't wait for Mint Day, and hope everything is smooth leading up to the launch. So good luck on that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for today. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. If you like what we're doing here, be sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe. Can't believe it's already episode 10. If you guys like the content that we're putting out, be sure to click the Discord link in the bio. Hop in and say what's up in public chat. And that's pretty much it. Peace out.
Peace.